This can't be real. The refs just let one of the most controversial plays of the season slide. And all of Chicago is losing it. But hold up, there's something even bigger that nobody's talking about. Our rookie quarterback just tied a record that only belonged to a Hall of Fame legend. And what he said after the game is about to change everything we thought we knew about this offense. And if you think that's all, you're out of your mind. Because the secret connection between our QB1 and our star receiver just got exposed. And it's exactly what we needed to shut up every single doubter. Stick around till the end, because I'm gonna break down why this team is different from anything we've seen in Chicago in years. Smash that like button right now if you believe the Bears are playoff bound. And hit subscribe because tomorrow I've got even more explosive news you don't want to miss. The controversy is on fire across the NFL. The Packers are heated. Social media is blowing up. And it's all about one play the refs let go at the most critical moment of the game. We're talking about that game-winning 46-yard bomb in overtime that gave Chicago the 22-16 win. But here's what nobody wants to admit. There was a hold so obvious by the Bears' tight end that the cameras caught every second of it. Let me set the scene. Overtime at Soldier Field. All of Chicago holding its breath. Caleb Williams drops back after a play-action fake, and there's Durham Smythe, our tight end, literally grabbing Key Walker's jersey while the linebacker tries to get to the quarterback. And I'll ask you this, was it holding? I'll tell you this, technically yes, but in Chicago, we don't care. Social media went nuts. One fan posted, biggest missed holding call ever. Dude literally ripped the jersey off, another tagged the NFL and asked, so holding's not a thing anymore, and Packers fans, oh man, they're crushed. One wrote, that's the most blatant hold I've ever seen and here we are. Enjoy the luckiest win you'll ever get, but here's the truth Packers fans don't want to hear. After years of this team getting screwed, after all the times the refs hosed us, after watching Green Bay get every call for decades, we finally got one to go your way. And you know what? That's navy and orange. Baby, let's break it down technically. Durham Smythe, who's been a key piece in our blocking scheme this season, was executing play-action protection. On those plays, initial contact is legal. Did he extend his hands? Yeah. Did he grab the jersey for a split second? Probably. But let me ask you this. How many times have we seen the Packers do the exact same thing to us with no flag? Here's the reality. That contact gave Caleb Williams just enough time to launch that 46-yard missile to DJ Moore. Without that extra second, Walker gets to the QB. The play blows up, and we're talking about a completely different outcome. But here's what gets me hyped. Our tight end did what he had to do to protect his quarterback. In the biggest moment of the year, Packers fans are saying, we can't blame the refs because we blew it ourselves, but that looked like holding on the final play, and I say, you're right on both counts. You blew it by letting a team down 10 with 2 minutes left come back and destroy you. And yeah, maybe it was holding, but guess what? The refs let a lot of stuff go for both teams all game long. Here's my real take. This controversy is perfect for Chicago. Why? Because it keeps the Packers focused on the refs instead of the real issue, their defense, which had us locked down for 59.5 minutes, completely folded when it mattered most. While they're crying about a flag that never came, we're sitting at 11-4 and first in the NFC North. And let me ask you this, remember the Fail Mary in 2012? Remember when the Packers stole a game from Seattle on one of the worst calls in NFL history? Where was all this outrage back then? I'll tell you this, in Chicago, we remember. We remember every shady call that cost us games against Green Bay. We remember all the jersey grabs Aaron Rodgers got away with every play. Here's the stat nobody's talking about. The Bears were flagged 6 times for 45 yards, the Packers 4 times for 30. So who really got the favorable treatment from the refs all game long? Numbers don't lie, folks. But here's the most important thing I want you to understand. This controversy doesn't define our win. What defines it is the resilience of a team that refused to quit. What defines it is a rookie quarterback making impossible plays under insane pressure. What defines it is an offense that executed flawlessly when the margin for error was 0. Durham Smythe did his job. He protected his quarterback. Was it perfect? No. Was it effective? Absolutely. And in football, especially in December, against your division rival, the only thing that matters is the result. And the result is Chicago's 11-4, Green Bay's 9-6. And we control our destiny in the NFC North. The Packers can whine all they want. They can break down that play in slow-mo 1,000 times. They can write letters to the league, but at the end of the day, the L is on their record. The W is on ours, and that's all that counts. Welcome to December football, where tough plays define champions. If that blew your mind, wait till you hear this. While everyone's arguing about refs and penalties, they're missing the biggest story of the season. Caleb Williams just tied a record that used to belong only to Peyton Manning, one of the greatest quarterbacks in NFL history. And when I tell you what record it is, you'll understand why this kid is different from any rookie we've ever seen. 6 fourth-quarter comebacks. 6. Caleb Williams has led 6 fourth-quarter comebacks this season, tying Peyton Manning for the most in a single season by a player under 25. Let me say that again. Our rookie quarterback is in the same conversation as a Hall of Fame QB when it comes to winning games in the clutch. And here's the question I've got for you. How many of you heard analysts say Caleb wasn't accurate? How many said his completion percentage was too low? How many said he couldn't win the big games? I'll tell you this, all those analysts are silent now, because elite players play their best football when the lights are the brightest. Let's break down what happened Saturday. Down 16-6 with 2 minutes left. Green Bay's defense had kept us out of the end zone for 59.5 minutes. Most quarterbacks, especially rookies, fold in that moment, but not Caleb Williams, not in Chicago, not against the Packers. First comeback, a perfect throw to the back corner of the end zone with a defender in his face. Off his back foot. That's a 6-inch window, folks. 6 inches between a touchdown and a pick, and he nailed it. Then in overtime, that 47-yard missile to win the game. How's that for accuracy? But here's what really gets me fired up. These aren't lucky comebacks. These are executed comebacks. Caleb Williams has been proving the doubters wrong all season long. The Bears are 11-4, and he's the main reason we've won games we had no business winning. Let's compare him to other rookie QBs in Bears history. Jim McMahon in 1980 had TWO fourth-quarter comebacks. Trubisky in 2017 had 3. Caleb Williams in 2025 has 6, and there's still 2 games left. This kid isn't just rewriting Bears records, he's rewriting the league's records for young quarterbacks. And I'll ask you this, is it sustainable to win this many close games? Some analysts say no. They say, how can you keep pulling these out? But I believe a team that consistently wins the turnover battle, runs the ball like maniacs, and plays its best football when the game's on the line can beat anybody. The stats back it up. In those 6 comebacks, Caleb has a fourth-quarter passer rating of 112.4. He's thrown 9 touchdowns and 0 picks in 2-minute situations. His completion percentage in the fourth quarter when trailing, 71%. Those aren't lucky numbers. Those are killer numbers. Here's the comparison nobody's making. Peyton Manning in his rookie year with Indy completed 56.7% of his passes and threw 28 picks. The team went 3-13. Caleb Williams is completing 63.2%, has only 12 picks, and we're 11-4. And people still question if he's good enough. The truth is, Caleb Williams is doing things nitrogen monoxide rookie quarterback has done in the modern era. He's winning games the way only elite vets win. And he's doing it in Chicago, where the pressure is massive, where every mistake gets magnified, where the team's history weighs on every snap. But here's what impresses me the most. His only late-game screw-up came in the first game against the Packers. Since then, he's been absolutely clutch in crunch time. That shows maturity. That shows growth. That shows this kid learns from his mistakes and gets better. Are they going into the playoffs as Super Bowl favorites? No. Let's be real, not with this pass rush. But can they make a run if the ball bounces their way? Absolutely. They can force a couple turnovers and capitalize on offense. And with Caleb Williams leading this unit, I believe we can hang with anyone in the NFC. Let me ask you this. When was the last time we had a quarterback in Chicago we trusted to win the game in the final 2 minutes? McMahon, Cutler on a good day. This is different, folks. This is what it feels like to have an elite quarterback in the making. And just when you thought we were done, here comes the real wild part. The secret behind that game-winning connection between Caleb Williams and DJ Moore just came out. And it's exactly what Bears fans needed to hear. This wasn't luck. This wasn't improv. This was straight-up preparation executed to perfection. After the game, both Caleb and DJ dropped a bomb that's got me HYPED for the future of this offense. That 46-yard overtime touchdown, the one that silenced Soldier Field before it erupted, was something they practiced the day before. Let me say that again. They practiced that exact play and walkthrough, and when the moment came, they ran it like it was a rehearsal, Caleb said. I was watching film in Coach Ben Johnson's office. We went over the little details of the play. Next day we talked about it and ran it in practice. It ended up working just like we thought. You hear that? The rookie QB is staying late in the OC's office, grinding film, prepping for this exact moment. DJ Moore added something that gave me chills. Once I saw the defense was one-on-one, I knew Caleb was going to give me a shot like he did in practice, and we connected. That's wordless communication. Folks, that's elite chemistry. That's what separates good teams from great ones. Let's break down the play. Play action from 11 personnel. DJ Moore running a go route against man coverage. Safeties in the middle of the field too far to help. Caleb reads the defense. PRE snap. Knows exactly where he's going. And when DJ gets that inch of separation, boom. Perfect ball in the air. But here's what really excites me. This isn't the first time we've seen this connection. Caleb Williams and DJ Moore have hooked up 87 times this season for 1,147 yards and 9 touchdowns. That puts them among the best QBWR duos in the entire league. And they're getting better every week. Let's compare to Bears history. Cutler and Marshall in their best year had 118 catches for 508 yards. McMahon and Willie Gault never cracked 1,000 yards together. What Caleb and DJ are building has the potential to be the best QBWR connection in Chicago history. And they're just getting started. Coach Ben Johnson said something after the game that sums up this team perfectly. I don't think I've ever been around a team that, when it's that late in the game, just doesn't blink. You don't feel panic on the sideline from any phase. Our guys just keep pushing. And they know good things will happen if we keep trying. That's culture, folks. That's the difference between a team that folds when down 10 with 2 minutes left and a team that knows it can win, and that culture starts with the quarterback. Caleb Williams has set the tone for this offense since day one. Here's the stat that blows my mind. Over the last 8 weeks, Caleb Williams has a third down passer rating of 100 for .7 on third and long 7+ yards. He's completing 58% of his passes. Those are elite veteran numbers, not rookie numbers. And DJ Moore, who some said was washed after last season, is having his best year since coming to Chicago. He's on pace to break 1,400 receiving yards, a personal best, and the reason is simple. He finally has a quarterback who can get him the ball in the right windows at the right time. The chemistry between these two is undeniable. When Caleb drops back, DJ knows exactly where to be. When DJ makes his cut, Caleb's already let it fly. That's trust. That's preparation. That's what gets built in practice when both guys are committed to excellence. But here's what really fires me up for the future, if this is their connection. In year 1, can you imagine what it'll be in year 2, year 3? We're witnessing the birth of something special in Chicago. And it's only December of their first season together. Let me ask you this. When was the last time we saw a Bears QB and W are staying late to study film together, practicing specific plays for game situations, executing those plays to perfection when everything's on the line? This is a different mindset. This is a winning culture. And here's my prediction. This connection between Caleb Williams and DJ Moore is gonna be the foundation of our offense for the next 5 years. Minimum. They're gonna break every Bears QBWR record. They're gonna win playoff games. And they're gonna bring a championship back to Chicago. So let's recap what we just saw. Controversy that's got the whole league talking. A historic record that ties a Hall of Fame legend. And a secret connection that's redefining Chicago's offense. 3 stories, 1 conclusion. The Bears are legit and this team is different. Now I'm asking you straight up, was it holding on that final play? Or are the Packers just making excuses? Drop your thoughts in the comments right now. Do you think Caleb Williams can break Peyton Manning's record with 1 more comeback in the last 2 weeks? I want to hear from you. And the biggest question, is this chemistry between Caleb and DJ enough to take us to the Super Bowl this year? Because I guarantee you tomorrow we've got more explosive Bears news coming. The season's hitting its critical point, and you do not want to miss what's next for Chicago. Every day there's movement. Every day there's analysis. Nitrogen monoxide one else is doing. Hit that like button if you think the refs finally gave us a break after years of getting screwed. Subscribe if you believe Caleb Williams is the franchise QB Chicago's been waiting for. And share this video with every Bears fan you know, because this info is exclusive and they need to see it. We're a family here. We're the most passionate Bears community on YouTube. And when you subscribe, you're not just following a channel, you're joining a movement of fans who believe in this team, who bleed navy and orange, and who'll be right here celebrating when we bring that Lombardi trophy back to Chicago. See you tomorrow with more exclusive Bears news. Bear down, Chicago. This is OUR season.